everyone, today I'll be reviewing this new Italian drama slash comedy animated show dropped a couple of days ago on Netflix. It's called Tear Along the Dotted Line. And when it initially dropped this show, I was like, oh, I have to see this. It looks very interesting. Oh my god, this show is absolutely amazing. It's super easy to binge. Each episode is only 20 minutes long. And when you start seeing this show has like some of the joke, when you see them, they're so relatable, so good with the way it was written, and the dubbing for this show is also really good. I had such a good time watching this show. I was like, oh my god, all the jokes and the show has. Like one time this character Zero, like when his car breaks down and he was trying to fix the tire, then he's like, he couldn't fix it. Then his friend is like, oh, why you are fixing it? Call someone. And he gives her all the explanation, like why he need to fix the tire. Otherwise, what will the society think about him? That jokes and all the things he said. Oh, it's so good. Also, there was another instance where he was like it was about his, like he actually does tutoring in this show. Like for money, he tutoring his student, and one of the student he didn't like that much, and then one day he meet the student, and then he finds out that that she's actually very successful and she has this really good job she's been doing all his year. And that time he realized something about himself. And also one time he was talking about Netflix shows and how difficult it is to choose a specific Netflix show, because like wherever you are going to Netflix, there is like thousand title, which one to see, even though you want to see something very interesting. Because it's late already, you don't want to spend your time watching an old show which dropped 6 months ago. So relatable, all these jokes he was saying. However, how the show ended, it was really heartbreaking, I guess, for him and also for me, I guess, because throughout the show you can see he has this crush on this girl called Alice in this show. The show mainly centers around, I guess, that idea that he has a crush on her. And when in the final episode we see actually this girl, she kind of killed herself. When we find that, I was like, oh, I was so heartbreaking. And also Zero was heartbroken as well. I guess this Alice character, especially whole his life, he had a crush on her, but he never realized she also liked him, I guess. That was like sad. But at the end of this, like the last episode, how he comes to deal with her death and what was happening throughout his life. It's so good! All the joke he says in the show. Some of the joke, honestly, it was so on point. Some of this joke I could relate personally. Like one time he was talking about, he was saying CV. I guess over there in Europe, they call resume, they call CV, I guess. So he was talking about the CV, over here we call resume. He was talking about the whenever you send your resume to places and you never get called back because all the jobs is always given to the people they already know, like the relative or something. That is something very true, honestly. It doesn't happen here that much, but it did used to happen. So all these jokes he tells in this show, I found them very interesting. Some of these jokes, and the way, I guess, how he goes and think about all the things he have done in the life, and some of the things he thought about other people, how he reflect them about job, life. Also, it shows you about his also when he was in school, because this show does centers around this girl's Alice, which I guess he did meet her, and also there's a two friend, he did meet them in a school or something. So that's why this shows that goes back and forth between time. So there's some time jump here and there. Overall, how funny this show was and how it ended. I'm like a super fan of this show, and this show is definitely worth checking. Although I don't know if it has greenlit for season 2. I'm very interested to see what happened in the season 2. That being said, I was looking into this show and I realized this show creator for this show is Zero something his name. He's a comedian. He created this show and wrote. His jokes are really funny in this show. Although I saw this show in a dubbing version, but dubbing was really good. So I did understand all the joke. And it's a really good time. And this show is definitely worth checking. And I had such a good time. I do recommend check it out. Anyway, that was my thought on this show. Let me know in the comment, what do you think about that girl? End of the show, what happened to her, the Alice. Anyway, that's my thought on the show. Let me know in the comment what do you think about this show, and if you enjoyed my review, don't forget to check out my other review on Netflix show, and please subscribe and take care.